Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. The respiratory system is a set of organs. Because respiratory system is an organ system, so it must contain one or more organs performing an integrated function, that is breathing. Set of organs that allows a person to breathe in and out and exchange, and as a result of breathing, exchange of carbon dioxide and oxygen takes place throughout the body to satisfy the energy requirement. The purpose of respiratory system is to satisfy the energy requirement. Why? We discussed earlier that the process of energy production, that is respiration, cannot be completed without oxygen, and the oxygen is provided by the respiratory system or the breathing system. So, to satisfy the energy requirement, we need oxygen. First of all, we will discuss the structure of respiratory system. You can find out on your textbook under figure 1.6. So what the breathing is the process to inhale matlab intake, and exhale, take out, expel out air into the lungs to help in gaseous exchange. We know very well when we inhale air, we take in oxygen. The purpose of inhalation to take in oxygen into our bodies from external environment, and when we exhale, the purpose of exhalation is to expel out carbon dioxide, which is a waste product or the byproduct from the body. So the inhalation is taken in of oxygen and exhalation is expellation of carbon dioxide. Now move to the figure 1.6, and that is the organs of respiratory system. First involve nose and mouth. You can breathe through your nose as well as through your mouth. Air is taken in, these are the inlets of air. But the air must be clean. There is a proper mechanism to clean the air and warm the air in the nose. You all know that our nose contains nose hair. Small, tiny structures. These nose hairs are actually barrier for bacteria to let into the body. When the air passes through these hairs present in the nose, the bacteria, the dust particles stuck here in the nose, and the clean air is passed out through nasal cavity and down into the pharynx. Here is the pharynx. When it reaches at this point, when the air reaches at this point, it faces two parts, 1 and the 2. The first part directs and opens up into larynx. It is also called windpipe. Whereas the second part, which is a pharynx and opens up into stomach. The destination of air, incoming air, is to pass into the larynx and then go into the lungs. But how to bypass the pharynx and rightly go into the larynx? Here comes the function of epiglottis. You can see it is a small flap of epiglottis, is a flap of tissue that directs the right thing into right destination. If the food is coming, it opens up the pharynx path and the food directs into the stomach. And if the air is coming, then the mouth of pharynx is closed and the air is directly sent into the larynx. The larynx is connected to stomach. The incoming air is also filtered here once again. Air is filtered once again, and how mucus, the trachea or the windpipe is, it is the trachea, trachea is actually the windpipe. The windpipe is lined with layer of mucus. It is lined here with mucus. When the incoming air touches this mucus, the bacteria, harmful bacteria, and the minute, very smaller dust particles stick to this mucus layer. It is the mucus layer. Lined with trachea or windpipes. By this sticking process, air is further cleaned and the clean air is passed into the lungs. The trachea opens up into two sections, 1 and the 2. Each open up 2 lungs. These are the lungs, left lung, and this is the right lung. And the section of trachea that opens up into the lungs is called bronchi. This section is called bronchi. 2 bronchus, single is bronchus. Bronchi mean 2 openings. These 2 openings are bronchi, which singular form is bronchus. These bronchus branches actually open into right and left lungs respectively. The right and left lungs has 3 and 2 lobes respectively. The right lung has 3 lobes. Right lung has 3 lobes. Why it has 3 lobes? Because, and the left lung has 2 lobes, matlab 2 sections, lobe 1, lobe 2, lobe 3, and lobe 1 and lobe 2, because here it needs a space to accommodate heart. Right lung is relatively smaller than left lung because it provides space to heart. Thank you very much.